The stronger Koisumi name is Celeste Morgan, and this is the story of how betrayal became my greatest teacher. I was 23 when my mother sat across from me at our kitchen table, her hands folded with that particular determination I'd come to recognize. My boyfriend, Marcus Webb, sat beside her. They'd been talking for over an hour before calling me in. "Sweetheart," my mother began, her voice gentle but firm, "Marcus and I have been discussing your future. We think he should marry Diane instead." Diane, my older sister, 28, confident, ambitious, everything I supposedly wasn't. Marcus wouldn't meet my eyes. He studied his hands like they held answers I couldn't provide. "She's stronger," my mother continued, reaching for my hand. "More stable. You're so sensitive, Celeste. So fragile. Marcus needs someone who can handle the pressures of his career. Someone who won't need constant reassurance." I sat there, frozen. The man I'd loved for 3 years. The mother who'd raised me. Both deciding I wasn't enough. "You'll understand something." Marcus finally spoke, his voice barely a whisper. "This is better for everyone. You'll find someone more suited to you." I didn't cry. Not then. I simply stood up, walked to my bedroom, and began packing. By morning, I'd moved into a small studio apartment across town. I changed my phone number, blocked them all on social media, cut every thread that connected me to that life. My mother called my landlord, my workplace, sent letters I returned unopened. Marcus tried twice to visit. I didn't answer the door. I was done being the fragile one. The years that followed were mine alone. I worked 2 jobs, went back to school, earned my degree in social work. I learned to cook for one, to celebrate small victories without needing validation. I discovered I wasn't fragile at all. I was resilient. I'd just been surrounded by people who needed me to be weak. I dated occasionally. Nothing serious. I built a life that felt solid, authentic, mine. 7 years passed before I heard about the wedding. A former mutual friend mentioned it casually at a coffee shop. Marcus and Diane had been married for 6 years. They had a daughter. My mother had gotten her wish. I felt nothing but a distant, quiet relief. Then came the invitation to my cousin Rebecca's wedding. A grand celebration at the Riverside estate. The kind of event where extended family gathered from across the country. I almost declined, but Rebecca and I had been close as children, and I wanted to honor that connection. I bought a stunning emerald dress that complemented my deep brown skin, had my hair styled in elegant waves, wore the diamond jewelry I'd bought myself after my first promotion. When I looked in the mirror, I saw a woman who'd become exactly who she was meant to be. The wedding was beautiful. The reception even more so. I mingled, laughed, danced with distant relatives and Rebecca's friends. I was genuinely happy. Then, I saw them across the ballroom, my mother, Diane, Marcus, together at a corner table, looking like time had not been kind to their choices. My mother's face had new lines of worry. Diane looked thin, tense, her smile brittle. And Marcus looked like a man carrying the weight of regrets he couldn't name. Our eyes met across the room. I watched the color literally drain from their faces, all 3 of them staring at the woman I'd become. I didn't look away. I smiled, a real smile, genuine and free. I approached first, tentative, her hands trembling. "Celeste, oh, sweetheart, you look happy." I finished for her. "I look happy because I am." Diane came next, her voice small. "We've missed you. All these years have been good to me," I replied calmly. "Really good." Then Marcus. His eyes held something between awe and devastation. "Celeste, it's all right," I said, and I meant it. Everything worked out exactly as it should have. My mother started crying. "I was wrong, so wrong. I thought I was protecting you, but I pushed away my own daughter. Can you ever forgive me?" I looked at this woman who'd convinced the man I loved to choose someone else, who'd told me I was too weak to deserve my own happiness. "I don't hold anger anymore," I said quietly. "But forgiveness isn't the same as restoration. You made choices. I made mine. We're different people now." That's when Julian appeared at my side. Dr. Julian Blackwell, pediatric surgeon, kind, brilliant, patient. The man I'd met 2 years ago at a hospital fundraiser. We'd been dating for 18 months, talking seriously about our future. Ready for our dance? He asked, his hand warm on my back. I introduced them simply. This is Julian, my partner. Watched Marcus's face crumble. Diane turned away. My mother's tears fell harder. Pleased to meet you all, Julian said graciously. Then to me, softer, you okay? I'm perfect, I assured him. And I was Julian, and I moved onto the dance floor. My mother called out one more time. Celeste, please, can we talk? Really talk? I turned back, Julian's hand in mine. Maybe someday, but not today. Today is Rebecca's day, and mine is going beautifully. Julian pulled me close as the music swelled. You're incredible, you know that? He murmured against my hair. I'm learning, I whispered back. From the dance floor, I could see them at their table. Marcus with his head in his hands, Diane staring at nothing, my mother weeping quietly into a napkin. I didn't feel triumph. I didn't feel revenge. I felt the deep, abiding peace of someone who'd built a life on her own terms. The truth is, they did me a favor all those years ago. In trying to break me, they freed me. I discovered I didn't need anyone to believe in me except myself. That the fragility my mother saw was actually tenderness, a strength she'd never understood. Julian twirled me, and I laughed. Really laughed. The kind of joy that comes from genuine happiness, not from anyone else's validation. Sometimes, the people who hurt us give us the greatest gifts. They show us we're capable of far more than they ever imagined. That their limited vision doesn't have to define our reality. As the evening wore on, I saw my mother watching from a distance. Diane had left early. Marcus sat alone, nursing a drink, his eyes following me across the room. Before I left, I approached my mother one final time. I want you to know something, I said gently. I'm not telling you this to hurt you, but you need to hear it. You were wrong about me, wrong about what I needed, wrong about what strength looks like. I hope you've learned something from all this. She nodded, unable to speak through her tears. I wish you peace, I added. I really do, but my peace doesn't include you. Not yet, maybe not ever. And that's okay. Julian waited by the door, patient and steady. We drove home through the quiet evening streets, my hand in his, my heart fuller than it had ever been. The revenge I'd never sought had arrived anyway, not in their suffering, but in my thriving. Not in their regret, but in my joy. They'd see me succeed, see me love, see me strong, and they'd know, finally, how wrong they'd been. But that knowledge was theirs to carry. I was already free. Sometimes the people who underestimate us give us the greatest motivation. True strength isn't about being unbreakable, it's about rebuilding yourself when others thought you couldn't.